You know, that was just to say, like, you know, she done it, like, no speaking part or anything like that, just a little bit of devilment, running past, and like, and kicking the sausages out of her, and that's all he wanted him to do, you know. But as I said, you had Tiger Bay as well, right? And the North Star, yeah, was a very popular club with the seamen. When they come here, that's the first thing they asked for, the North Star. You know, mainly Norwegians, Portuguese, Spanish, anything. But you know, you had a lot of Swedish, all sorts. Yeah, yeah, it was a very for the girls. Yeah, you know, that's the girls like used to go have a nice drink and lead them on, if you were the word.
Yeah. So it was a kind of a known factor.
Yeah, that was a known factor. That was.
Okay. The reason I ask is quite often in people's minds, gambling and like the sex industry is like connected. Was there any connection between those two worlds, or was it much more separate than that?
More likely separate, if I word. Because I mean, you imagine, like, you know, I mean, there was a lot of managers went astray because you gambled too much. Just say that was my missus there, and I've gambled and done my money. They have a guts full sooner or later, don't they, when you're not giving them anything, don't they?
Yeah.
Both ways. Oh, coming home steamed up, you know what I mean? They didn't have to have headache, did they? You know what I mean? But, you know, innit?
Okay.
You know, that's what I say. Oh, they might have won on the horses. They don't tell her. They go, they'll get steamed up and they're still cream cracking, in you.
You said that kind of working girls is a known factor in the community here. Is that kind of industry still around? Because obviously we've
very limited now.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I don't got. They've never interested me, but they've been on my doorstep, and you see it. You know what I mean? I mean, I used to get up. The main place was up Duke Road. They used to have a place called the Custom House, and then they moved to the Golden Cross. But they've altered the city around now. And I do believe they used to be up Tyndall Street now, but they operate from Tyndall Street up the top, or even in what they call that thing now? Ninian Park Road, I think it is. You know, I don't know, because I mean, don't interest me like what they does, like, you know. But I mean, I used to pass and like you see it in it. You know what I mean? Or that was a known, you know, jokes or any cracks that's going on. Like you got to know about them, like.
The reason I ask is because obviously there's to a certain extent a parallel with gambling, insofar as that was once illegal and is now legal.
Yeah, it's come a bit more clean and discreet now. You know what I mean? Because, well, it's supposed to be cleaning the gambling game up, like, but I know there's still flaws in it, like, you know, but you've got, they give you more now for your money, but people don't seem to want to know that. I don't know why, you know. Like I said, I think these machines have overtaken betting shops now. The betting shop, as far as horses is concerned, have gone 6 years ago in my mind. It's been a dead job 6 years ago. I honestly think, I won't see it in my time, but within the next 5 or 6 years, I think a betting shop will be a one-man game. You just have a bunch of keys. Well, you got machines on there, betting on there. I think that's how you'll be betting on your horses. You know.
Is that, in a way, it's almost
it's only me forecasting.
No.
You know, it's only me surmising that. I mean, I surmised something, and everything I've surmised, a couple of things, have come true, like, you know.
So almost, in a way, it's going to go back to being a one-man show, which is, I suppose, to a certain extent, what it was like before it was legal.
Yeah. You had just one man, he'd write your bet out, he'd give it to you, and that was it.
Yeah.
And he'd just shove it in his pocket, you know, what we used to have then was clock bags, like, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, it got a bit more serious then, and then when it come in then, you had a camera, you know what I mean? You used to photograph like back then, right? You know, it's gone from clock bags, you've gone to camerization then, right? Now they've done away with cameras now you've got computers now today, you know what I mean? So they've done away with cameras and you've got computers, because they are a camera, in other words.
Is there anything else you'd like to add about the kind of stuff we've been talking about, Dennis?
What do you mean, the present day?
Present day,
yeah.
past,
well,
anything you think we haven't covered?
What can I say? You know, I mean, obvious, like you knew, going back years ago, you had to pay the tax on your bets, right? You know, first of all, you didn't, like, when it was illegal, right? And then they had you paying tax, right? But they've done away with that now, and the government tax the firm, you know what I mean? 15% on their profits. Now, what they're going to try and do, which I know they're going to try and do, because I read an article and I know about it, the government are going to try and get a percentage now of the machines. And that is the gold mine for all betting shops, is them machines. Once you take them machines out of the shop, right? And there's, I don't know how many betting shops there is in the country. I'm on about all firms, Wills and that. I know Ladbrokes got 2,250, right? But you take them machines out of there, and I'll guarantee you, half the industry will be closed tomorrow. I mean that, because where the percentage, that's the only thing that's keeping betting shops going. Even big bookmakers on the coast have opened up betting shops. They've had to shut them. It's only the machines they want. You know, that's what they're catering for mainly today, you know, but they still got to try and put something on. You know what I mean? They're trying to get money always. You can only get a pound once, can't you? You know, I mean, where years ago, when you had £5, you were betting it on the horses, and as soon as you think, it was going back and forth all the time, like an elastic, right? Betting on horses. But today, no, they put their bets on computers. You know what I mean? They go home, they put stuff on the account, go home and bet on the computer, bet in there, or certain bets, football bets, and let them lay, where they're not staying in the shop betting 6 or 4 hours a day like they did 50 years ago. And where you had them then, you had the shops were chock-a-block, every shop then. But today, now when you can see it, it's like this. Ah, like it's quiet today, funny enough, I don't know why. Might be because the rugby match is on, more than likely. You know, that's more than likely, because you've done your business. They go, no, they go, that's what I mean. You didn't have television covering all these different sports and one thing and another years ago, did you? So what they do, they bet on anything, they're betting on boxing. You know, that you've got more to offer, they're giving you the latest score, betting and running. You know what I mean? They're offering you more, but you know, they want you to bet it over the counter, they want you to play in the machines, but you can only bet it once, innit?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So years ago you had the people in the shop and they were staying in the shop all day. Mine, I will say myself, I've seen some good characters over the years, mate. Oh, some beautiful, you know, things have gone on, you know. It's unbelievable, you know. Well, we had a betting shop over here, J.M. Charles did, right? And when they first brought the tally in, there was only one tally, right? Say about that size, something like that, right? The normal tally, but it just had SIS, probably called SIS. So a couple of the boys said, how long do you reckon that tally will last, sir? So we used to have a board then and mark it up. They made a bet in how long the tally would stay there. Some were saying 3 days, 4 days. We come in the next day, it was gone. So we nicked it. That's true. But the best one I've ever seen was going back about 9 months ago in a Ladbrokes shop now. What do you call it? A drunken Irishman up in Clare Road. He pretended to collapse on the floor. Freaked out, get me an ambulance, he said. Anyways, one of the other boys said, I thought, he'd drawn out to get him, like, you know, we literally thought he was bad. Next thing you know, he had a horse win or one in there, he was jumping up doing the Irish jig. It's true, that is. But you've seen some stories and one thing and another, you know, forgot them all now, like, but different, you know, leg pulling and one thing and another, you know. A lot of rib taking, like, you know, and that, you know. But it was like, you could enjoy yourself doing your money in the betting shop, having a laugh and a joke with it. Different punters, you got to know them, you know, all the time. As I said, you'd have anywhere from a dozen, 20, in all shops near enough, you know what I mean? And you hear different stories, like, or one thing and another. It was just like going out to the pub for the night and having a good time. You can come in the betting shop, do your money and still have a good time. But them days are gone now.
Okay. Well, I think you covered everything that we were looking for. Thanks for your time, Dennis.
Okay.
Can I ask, what's your last name, Dennis?
Driscoll.
Driscoll.